Hey guys, welcome to my very first What I Eat in a Day video. I love food, so I wanted to start doing some of these videos because they're some of my favorite to watch. So yeah, I'm just starting my morning off with a cup of coffee. And now, you guys, I make the best avocado toast, okay? You can do it so many different ways, but the way I like to do it is I just take my avocado, and I'm only using half of a small avocado because in the morning I don't really have a big appetite. So I just really like to start out with a little bit, and then I'll kind of snack if I get hungry. So yeah, I'm just taking half of an avocado. And you want to mash that up. You could also leave it sliced, but I find mashing it kind of makes it taste a little bit better. I don't like biting into big chunks of avocado. But with my recipe, I also don't like to just use plain avocado. I always dress it up. So whether it's with lime, salt, cilantro, or this way, and for this video, I did olive oil and balsamic vinegar. And I just find it gives it a little bit more flavor and kind of hides that healthy taste that avocado has. But yeah, so then I just add a little bit of sea salt and some garlic powder. But again, you could switch this up. You could use basil. You could use anything in it that you have. And then you can put whatever toppings you like as well. So for mine, I'm starting with some tomato. And I like to cut mine into small little slices, or diced up pieces, I should say, kind of bruschetta style. Same thing goes for the cucumber, just small little pieces. It does make it a little messier to eat, but I prefer it this way rather than biting into a whole chunk of cucumber. So yeah, then once your toast is as toasty as you like it, you can just apply your toppings. I was gonna do onion, but then I decided I did not feel like it, so I just skipped that. And yeah, I'm just spreading my avocado mixture onto my toast, putting my toppings on. I also love to add feta cheese to this. You can obviously omit this, but it's just really good, so I do recommend it. And then a little drizzle of balsamic glaze, and then I do top off the veggies with just a tiny bit more of salt. You don't have to do this because the feta cheese is a bit salty, but it's totally to your taste and your preference. So for my coffee, I love using this Silk Almond creamer. It is vegan, but it's just kind of like one of those Coffee Mate style. It has a little bit of a sweetness to it. Kind of reminds me of what iced coffee tastes like a vanilla iced coffee. So it's really good with that as well. But yeah, it just makes for a quick and easy coffee in the morning. And I just put a side of cherries, and that was my breakfast. Okay, you guys, this next one is seriously an obsession of mine right now. So I'm actually making a healthy pita pizza. So I'm just starting out by picking whatever toppings I want. And again, this is totally preference. But yeah, I have spinach and tomato here. And I just like to set my oven to about 350, 375. You don't need very long for the pita pizza. And then these, you guys, are so bomb. They're spicy olives. Oh my gosh, addicting. I feel like this would be really fun for kids too, if you have pickier kids, because they can do a build your own pizza style, and it's a little bit healthier than ordering out. And again, they could pick whatever toppings and make it, so I feel like that would be fun too. I just did some sun-dried tomatoes there, and I have some pickled artichokes. I'm an Italian girl. If you're Italian, you know what these are. And then the pitas that I like to use are these like Lebanese style pitas because they're a little bit thicker. And they can kind of withstand the oven. They don't burn like a tortilla would if you leave it in the oven too long. And then I just have this jarred Alfredo sauce. I don't really like it as an Alfredo sauce for pasta, but I really like it just as kind of like a creamy garlic sauce on my pita pizza. But you could just use pesto, you could use marinara sauce, you can use anything you like. A little tip is if you are using spinach, put it on first so it sticks to the sauce, because when you put convection on in your oven, it can kind of blow the spinach all around since it is like a fan. I've learned that the hard way. So yeah, so now you just want to assemble. And then I'm just finishing mine off with some fresh deli salami slices and then some mozzarella cheese. Again, you can put whatever toppings you like, so don't just look at mine. Totally customize it however you want. And you only need to leave it in the oven until the cheese is melted. And oh my gosh, so freaking good, you guys. I can't even tell you, you have to try this. The last thing I like to do too is add a tiny bit of chili oil. If you can find this, oh my gosh, you guys, just adds a little bit of heat. It's so good. I'm drooling. Then I got a little bit hungry while I was making dinner with my mom. This is kind of meal number one. I kind of eat like small portions at a time. I get full really fast, but then I eat like a couple more extra meals a day, if that makes sense. So my mom was making her own dinner and I threw in some sweet potatoes and a couple chicken strips. And I just made like quick little buffalo chicken wrap with some tomato, cheese, blue cheese, that kind of thing. And then some grilled veggies on the side and a lettuce wrap. And that was like dinner number one. And so within the next hour or so, I got kind of hungry. And I decided to make some Asian-inspired like Thai wraps with a peanut sauce. You guys, I'm obsessed with these right now. I make them for lunch all the time or for like a snack. They're not as filling for dinner unless you put like meat or more tofu than I do. But the ingredients that I like to use are bell peppers, cucumbers. You can use, here I have smoked tofu, but you can also do shredded carrot. You can do anything. So I like to just julienne my veggies so they're in thin strips. What's really good is you could also put avocado and cream cheese and like all different kinds of things too, but I just used up whatever I had. So this is sriracha smoked tofu, and what's cool is you don't have to cook this at all. It already is smoked and cooked through. You can warm it up if you want to, but it has a really good flavor. You can also use shrimp or chicken or totally just omit this altogether. So I also had some vermicelli noodles and some frozen cilantro. I know it sounds gross, but it's actually a really good hack. So yeah, you always have herbs on hand because fresh ones go bad so fast. So these are the rice paper rolls. They come kind of rock hard, like plasticky feeling, and when you put them into warm water, they slowly become more like chewy in texture. So I'm just wetting that into warm water, and then you can lay it out and prepare to roll. And also just a note, whatever toppings you put first on the roll are the ones that are going to show on the top. So if you want to make it like pretty, you would want to do that on the bottom first. And then you just want to tuck everything kind of like into the middle of the wrap and do your best to just pull the sides together. Once you get that first roll, you're kind of good. You just have to tuck it in like a burrito. And there you go, guys. So I'm gonna show you guys the sauce that I make coming up next. Okay, so for this part, the ingredients that you guys will need for the sauce is brown sugar, garlic, peanut butter, sriracha, ginger, soy sauce, and then some warm water. So I kind of just do it by eye to how much sauce that I want. So I kind of start with a bit of soy sauce. The peanut butter is like the main part of the sauce, but if you aren't the biggest fan, you don't have to use as much, or you can use like almond butter or something. It just obviously won't have the peanut taste. You could also use powdered peanut butter. I'm just adding what I like. You can add more or less of any ingredient. So that's garlic. I don't love ginger, so just like a little something. Add as much spice as you want. Oh, this is also something you're gonna need. Sesame oil. You don't actually need it, but it does really help the flavor. So just like a little bit, because it's really strong. And then I'm gonna add some warm water to this and see where we're at. The warm water helps the peanut butter to dissolve. So I'm just gonna kind of whisk it with a fork here. Okay, so I can already tell I need more peanut butter because I added too much water. Just gonna add in a bit more. So I like mine to be kind of runny, more like a salad dressing, like a thick salad dressing consistency. Alrighty guys, last but not least, I have some sesame seeds because they're aesthetically pleasing. Last thing I like to do is just squeeze some fresh lime juice into the peanut sauce. You could even put some crushed peanuts. And that is everything that I ate today, guys. I hope you guys like these recipes, and if you try anything out, please let me know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.